Welcome back, folks, to more Hive Mind commentary. You thought it was gone. We brought it right back. It's your boy Sparky here with my boy Victor. Victor, tell him what's up.
I'd like to thank the New Jersey Department of Corrections for letting me out on good behavior. I didn't do it.
We know. I took the stand for you, so I'll always have your back, Vic. We're here because we had some audio issues with this match. We got Darian playing some Boros energy. Peter on Eldrazi Tron. Peter took a savage beating from me playing Boros Belcher. So he brought back the Eldrazi Tron, trying to put the boots to our boy Darian. What side of this matchup are you favoriting? What side do you like more? What are your thoughts, Vic?
Just so I'm on the same page, this is pre-bans, correct?
Yes, folks, ladies and gentlemen, we're here recording on a Thursday, the 20th of the 21st of May at this point. And Flage Titan of Fire's Fury has been banned. And yes, we're looking back into the past at this matchup. Flage is still legal as of what's going on here.
Okay, so that being said, I gotta go with stock Boros energy. I think while I am sad to see Flage go, I get it in certain regards, though I have
You and
seen
me
some
both.
burn decks. I've seen some burn decks show up in leagues, and I'm already upset that Flage died for this.
Boo.
But yeah, I think that going into the week before the announcement, I just don't think there's a bigger bully than stock Boros energy. So that's my champion for this fight.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you here. Like, I know that Boros has been oppressive, and I like that they just didn't nuke the deck entirely. I still think some amount of it will live on, but we have, like, you don't have that graveyard recursion and like the threat out of the graveyard with Flage. You kind of just have like tokens with Season Pyromancer, and I think that's just fine. I'm kind of liking the slimmed down versions going to 20 lands, being more a little hyper aggressive with the Boros versions I've been seeing online, which is pretty nice. But we got turn 2 Mindstone from Peter after dismembering a Guide of Souls. What's a good follow up for Darian here on his second turn?
A good follow, I guess. I mean, the Johnny's not bad. Well, we have
Yeah.
Voice of Victory. I mean, any one of the two drops in the deck is probably not bad. The only thing you're probably maybe gonna do. Oh, yeah, he has a Dash Ragavan as an option. He can play a Goblin Bombardment as well. Oh, he's got
Ooh,
another guide as
he's
well.
got the Splinter Twin combo. Guide into
Oh,
Pride.
and you know what? I'm a little rusty. I didn't even see the guide. I'm sorry, the Pride. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Darian
this is a pretty
pimping
good
out the
follow
full
up.
arts. It's definitely applying pressure, and I think that's one thing you need in order to beat these Eldrazi decks. The Tron decks in general. If Peter's got natural Tron here, we may have a problem, but that looks like an Eldrazi Temple. So no Natty Tron, but he could play a Fatty here. No Fatty. Does he have maybe a Kozilek's command rolled up?
Certainly an option. Kozilek's
Mm-hmm.
for two is pretty nasty here. Sets up a lot. You know, even if you didn't want to go through the whole, I assume Darian's looking for a token, but even if you didn't want to,
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I don't think Darian missed that trigger. He should actually have one more energy, one more life. I don't know what I was doing during this match. I definitely wasn't in the booth. I think I was just sitting there watching these two go
Yeah,
at it.
well, I mean, I'm just amateur
Doom
hour at the
scroll,
comedy
doom
club.
scrolling. Yeah,
Yeah,
doom
get off
scrolling
your
on my phone.
phones.
My bad.
Unbelievable. Boomer Vic has been activated.
Yeah, I see that. So we have the second Mind Stone. I actually kind of want to see the Voice of Victory here, just to shut out a lot of options for Peter.
Yeah, you make him react now, so that way you can see what's going on, if anything's up at all, which definitely isn't.
Now, for the folks at home, we should have 3 energy technically. So there's a little bit of damage being missed here. 2 life points. We'll see if Peter survives it too. I don't know if this matters. I honestly haven't seen any of this. This match is new to my eyes because I knew we would be recording. So this should be interesting. Peter, not long for this world if he can't deal with what's going on here. I'm not sure how many decks are running all his dust anymore.
I don't think they even do, just because of the fact that you have Ugin at 7, and that just says I'll do basically the same thing with way more upside.
Ooh, drawing a card with the Mind Stone is not what I want to see here. Chalice on 1?
That's about as late as it can be.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean this is gonna be tough.
Yeah, Peter using his life total as a resource. I think that's fine. Also, Darian's missed 2 land drops. Or this, if he doesn't play land this turn, he'll have missed a second land drop. I think,
Unfortunately for Peter, I think with no interaction here, he's just dead
yeah,
from the
this is
bombardment
definitely
plus.
gonna, yeah, this is definitely gonna get him dead because you're gonna get the triggers from the guys coming in plus 2 more damage for whatever the guide pumps up, and then 2 more for the tokens. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus you sack everything to the board, and Peter is just dead. Two cat tokens, 2 warrior tokens, and the voice is 5. 6, 7 from the pride and the guide, and then if we're pumping something, it's 2 more.
Yeah, no, that's the end of that. Should be seeing a concession
Yeah.
from Peter at some point here.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part here.
Hey, listen,
Uh,
if you want to verse the
he had
bully, you
it.
got to be ready.
Yeah, and I mean he had the Ugins rolled up. He just didn't have the natural Tron. I know he did mulligan this game. I'm not sure if he went down to 5. I think he may have gone to 5, or he no. What was that trigger at the beginning? I think it was
Was it the
the
oh my goodness,
Devourer.
Deceiver?
Yeah,
No,
it
Destroyer Devourer.
yeah, the pregame action of moving some cards around.
Yeah, I'm
Out of
not
this,
not sure then.
yeah, if he kept a 7, I think he was just trying to hope to get there, maybe with the Mind Stone. So going into sideboards, I really like that dampening sphere should be coming in there, Darian. I kind of like the 5 that he's pulling out here. 2
Seems like a
moons,
solid 5 to
a,
me.
a sphere, and then like if they get to 7, you just like in their upkeep chant them so they can't like play the Ugin or play whatever else. If he doesn't bring in the chance, I definitely like the mana disruption. And then I think like our cuts are just like I think there's 3 Thraben charms that I don't like for the matchup. It can be good because it can shoot down one of the big Eldrazi.
Mm,
Also,
I don't know if I like Discharge being taken out, because I think it's a nice way to deal with Karn on your end step.
that's fair. We did talk about bans. One of the worst cards in this matchup's Fleet. Because there's just not much go
Yes.
like you don't want to go to the late game against Eldrazi Tron. Like if we're getting into the turns where they're just slamming big fatty after big fatty, like you're probably losing that race even if they're low on life. So I kind of like taking some number of Phlages out. I'd probably take 3 out and maybe cut 2 Thraben charms. But we'll see how this goes for Darian taking out the discharges and the Voice of Victory. Voice of Victory seeing an uptick now that Flage is out of the deck, but I always thought that card was pretty good.
I think it still offers a lot of upside to what the deck's trying to do. I've seen some more Voice of Victories get played. I've seen some lists running Ranger Captains of EOS.
Also very good in spite of Violent Outbursts seeing more play. You're not going to be playing on my end of turn if you can't play spells on my turn in general.
Yeah, which is such a crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for unbans. I don't know if that's one that I would have brought up at a meeting at Wizards, but I am not an employee there, so
I've
can't
heard somebody
say
say so far
much.
this week that unbanning Violent Outburst is akin to when they unbanned Mox Opal. It has the potential to do some really bad stuff, which Mox Opal did do, but we'll just see what happens. And I mean, like, if they eventually just ban Living End, then it's just Rhinos we have to worry about.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to lose either deck in the format when I think that, well, I get that the decks weren't seeing as much play because of the fact that they didn't have Violent Outburst.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that, because it's tough. They're not going to ban Force and Negation, right? Because that's just that card is such a mainstay of Modern at this point.
It's
Color, I'm
such a
shocked.
safety valve for the format
Yeah, so you're not
that,
getting rid of that.
yeah.
So to me, I don't think that a lot has changed since Violent Outburst got banned. Mox Opal was banned for how many years before it got allowed to come back to the playground and see what was going on, right? We haven't really
Yeah, it
been
was it
without
was definitely
Violent
banned for a while.
Outbursts for long enough. Like, I could still remember playing against the original Living Ends. I
Hmm.
still, like that is fresh in my memory. Now,
Yeah,
granted, I
I
wasn't
mean,
around when Mox Opal was in the format anyway.
when we went to
You know,
Denver, I was playing Violent Outburst in my Living End deck,
yeah, there you go.
and
So,
that's
like,
what two,
to
3 years ago.
me,
Yeah.
yeah, to me, that's just not enough time for it to be gone to be like, yeah, we should bring this back.
Hmm.
I didn't see it. I didn't really feel that it was. That's a lot of good cards to be getting rid of on. But I get it. He's
Ooh, does he
probably
have a
got.
chalice on one?
Ooh, that would be great.
Ooh,
Ooh, huge. And
it's not. It's
Darian's
not.
hand.
It's not going to stop this Blood Moon. I think Darian's better off just slamming this Parlor and then following up with
Yeah,
a Johnny. This entire match is going to be determined by what Peter does on his turn 2 here, because if he doesn't apply any pressure, ooh, does he have Thought Not Seer?
he did get rid of one to the upkeep effect. Oh wow.
Ugh.
Unless he could have he has a command.
Oh,
So
he's got K command, so
he's got K command plus one of the Tron lands, so that's gonna give 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 next turn.
yeah, and it also cleans up this Ajani pretty cleanly. Although if I'm being honest, I probably would not play the K command immediately.
Yeah, but he's kind of pigeonholed himself into that line because otherwise he's done nothing on his turn 2 with 4 mana
That's
on
fair.
either side of it. So you're just asking to be behind.
Mhm. And I guess there's a way to get like, even if Darian slams Blood Moon next turn, he just has to deal with a warrior token. What's the number 4 doing?
That's way too many. There you go.
Yeah, I was like, uh-oh. Oh, he does not.
Yeah, you don't really have to. I know you
I guess
wanted
that's
it gotten
fair.
rid of, but like, you could deal with it when it's a creature or a planeswalker in Tron because you just exile permanents anyway. So it doesn't make that much of a difference.
I think that's fair. I think he drew a Summoning Muggle Spawn and doesn't have green, which is rough.
No, that's
That's a
not.
Thought Not Seer he just didn't play.
Oh, he has another command.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's just gonna do the chaining command stuff, which again is actually gonna be pretty good here because now he gets to do it for um 5.
Yes.
So fortunately for Darian, it's not gonna. I mean, it will lock him out eventually, but depending on how much gets chained here, it's not going to be enough. Now, of note though, if Peter wants to keep the Ugin, he would have to sacrifice 2 mana to do so.
Yeah, but he's making, so 5, 6, 7. He still has it.
No. He has. Well, no. The issue is that if he wants to cast the spell, I would have just used the Eldrazi spawn. Hopefully, he did.
Oh, because the Labyrinth can't pick up the Ugin right
He's not
now.
gonna be able to pick up the Ugin. So now he's relying on the fact that he's not taking the even money. He's gonna see if he could just find something that deals with it.
It looks like it's a Karn and 2 lands.
Shipping it all to the bottom.
And then he drew a card. And now he's down to 16. Or no, 17. So let's see if the card he put into his hand is worth it.
He's got some thought knots. I don't.
He's got
I
2
guess.
Thought-Knot Seers. And he had 5. Okay, Peter, you know you just used all of your colorless mana, right? And you could have
Oof.
tapped real mana for those?
You would have thought not. It's 3 generic and a colorless.
Yeah. I mean, he gets to do it twice, so he's got the blockers now, but he could have kept the Scions to make colorless. I
Yeah,
guess that is it. I
I
think
don't
that's a
agree with that.
dismember in his hand. Yeah.
Granted, it eats up the board, and luckily for him, Darian is
5,
really
6,
good at
7,
drawing
8,
his
9.
non-basics.
There should be 1 Scion left. He had 5 Scions, right? And 3 lands. No, that's 8 mana. Okay, he used all of it. Wait, what?
Drew and Ugin.
And he's got an expedition map.
Oh, why is he not playing the map?
I have because he's got Chalice on one.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Oh boy, this is just falling apart there.
Yeah, this Flage is gonna see some play here.
Oh, and Darian, I mean, smartly and correctly went and got his fetch lands, and he's gonna have some. He's gonna have some huge payoffs.
Yeah, well, this is why you got to leave some of that colorless mana behind. I agree with playing one of the Thought-Knot Seers, but like completely cutting yourself off from the rest of your deck is not a good idea from Peter here.
Yeah, he should have just played um, the one thought not saw that it was just one non-land, and then just left the all those
I
because he would have had 4 scions still.
Yeah, well, because he could have played a Thought-Knot. There was nothing in the hand, right? He could have waited a turn, played another Thought-Knot. Ooh, Darian using the Chalice to up the count of cards in his graveyard. Gotta love it. Peter doesn't know that he wins the race if he turns his guy sideways. I guess he's just not doing the math here.
Yeah, I don't know what
8
the.
is greater than 3. And my mama taught me that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's worried about block and then flip a Johnny, but even still, oh,
But there's no board. Like the token would not have killed anything, and then you have 2 dudes to swing at the Ajani again. Like he's got to double block or do something. Like we're in a bad spot now, but
I would
I
like to
think
see Darian play out the dampening sphere, just because there's not going to be a lot of the same answers. Like one thing doesn't deal with the other, so
yeah, Peter's just sitting here saying, "Oh, I wish I had colorless mana." You did, Peter. You sacked it all. But sometimes them's the breaks. Sometimes we make a
and
decision in the heat of the
it's going to
moment.
get even worse now that there's a second to Johnny. My least
Yeah,
favorite interaction.
this is so bad. So we got 1 damage on a Thought-Knot.
Interesting. Okay. I was like, wait
Okay.
a minute.
Yeah, you definitely do this first.
It's actually going to get pretty wild too because he can maximize. Can he kill everything?
Don't no. Oh, okay. That's
Oh, that's
not
a
how you
little
do
out of
that.
order.
So you play the creature in your hand, then you do the 3 damage and it kills it. So now it's got 3 damage on it. Cool. And now we just have cats. And now you lost an Ajani. Like I understand that this gets another piece of cardboard in the graveyard for Flage, folks at home. I get that.
Not if okay. I didn't.
Wait, he didn't flip it? What are we doing here?
Yeah, now I'm very confused.
Like, we could have machine gunned down both of those Thought-Knot Seers.
I don't think there was
This-
enough for both, but I think it would have got close.
Sure, I mean, this just goes to the graveyard and gets the Flage out.
Yeah, I feel like that was just a lot of extra steps to make that happen when there wasn't really that much of
Yeah.
a prerogative.
Play the arena. Play the Season Pyromancer first. So you can get rid of the other stuff. Yeah, I think this is all she wrote for Peter, unfortunately, folks at home. I don't really see him getting out of this at any time soon.
Besides the Spyro, does he only have Lance in hand?
I think so. That was the draw card for killing the Thought-Knot Seer there.
Yeah.
Peter draws his final card for the turn, shows all these colorless things he could have done had he had colorless sources, and is counting to say, hey, I didn't find a land. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell. And if you'd like to support us, you could find us at our Bonfire store.
And a huge thank you to our sponsors, Nova Games and Brick, for hosting us for FNM. And please make sure to use our Mana Traders coupon code OCHM at signup for 25% off your third month.
I've been Sparky. Say goodbye, Victor.
Goodbye, Victor.